Hey guys, this episode of Dudes and Brews is sponsored by Perfect Works. If you love craft beer on the go, their U-Keg pressurized growler is a game changer. It's perfect for taking your favorite brew anywhere, whether you're heading to a picnic, camping, or just hanging out with friends. The double wall, vacuum insulated stainless steel keeps your beer cold all day, and it's super easy to pour. Ready to elevate your camping experience? Head over to U-Keg's website at perfectworks.com. That's the word perfect works, WERKS.com, and grab yours today. Trust me, once you try it, you won't want to go camping without it. Cheers.
Warning, this podcast, website, and associated social media accounts are intended for audiences of legal drinking age. We do not advocate overconsumption or the abuse of alcohol. Never drink and drive, drink responsibly. And please remember to always take what we say with a grain of salt. After all, we are just some dudes with some brews.
We started out by crawling out from under the thumb of the man. The lovers of God with dad bods just trying to feed our fam. Go sit right there and grab a beer, you know just what to do. Throw it back, get hammered, and listen to Dudes and Brews.
Show me some SNL. From when SNL was good.
Yeah.
What would you say would you rate like the best decade of SNL?
I mean, I liked the stuff in the 90s when it had
Was that Adam Sandler and Chris Farley? And,
Adam Sandler, Chris Farley, David Spade.
What is it? Carey, Dana Carey,
Dana Carvey.
Dana Carvey. Thanks.
Mike
Myers,
and who's the other guy? The black dude that plays the ladies' man.
Yeah, I don't know his name. I know who you're talking about though.
Like that cast
crew,
was like pretty legit.
Probably the best, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Well, then you've got the 70s, 80s, the Belushis and the Dan Aykroyds and
and Steve Martin, Martin Short.
Martin Short, yeah.
Those are the guys that are, and Chevy Chase. It's the Three Amigos.
Yep.
Like all those guys. Bill Murray. I mean, that was good as well, but
yeah.
It just, I liked more the skits that came out of the 90s. Out of the 90s. Not that there was some bad stuff that came out of the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Early 2000s had Andy Samberg.
Yeah, he's funny.
Andy Samberg did some really, really good stuff in music when they created that band called The Lonely Island.
With Justin Timberlake,
he did guest vocals on a couple of songs.
Okay.
Because they did like, what was their big song was, I'm on a boat.
Yeah.
I'm on a boat. Hey. Take a good hard look.
Yep, that's the one.
Like it's so he does, like, they did have some iconic stuff there in like the early 2000s.
Yep.
I didn't watch it, but that's when clips started going viral, where you would see little clips versus only because like
the whole episode.
When we were kids, you have to watch it on TV.
You'd have to watch the whole
thing.
thing.
You don't catch it live. You don't see it.
It's like, hey man, did you see that skit? No, I didn't get to it in time.
Where I discovered a lot of it is, I don't know how. My sister came. Maybe she was buying DVDs at one point, and I came across some at her house that were like, it would be like the best of Will Ferrell, and it would just be a compilation of clips from his skits.
Yep.
But one of them that I got was the 25th anniversary.
Okay.
And it had clips from the last 25 years. So I got to see all the fun stuff from like the old stuff to the new stuff, and I'm like, that's really where I discovered a lot and really found a really good appreciation for it.
Really? Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah. I appreciate that.
But this one is a skit from Wayne's World.
Okay. Yep.
And
all right.
It is what it is Tom Hanks is the guest. He's the guest host.
Okay.
So he just comes in and does a skit with Wayne's World.
You're watching Cable 10, Aurora, Illinois Community Access Channel.
Nice.
Let me fast forward a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely takes me back. Whoa.
So he is a roadie for Aerosmith, where he helps set up stuff.
Okay.
And his big thing is he helps set up mics for Steven Tyler.
Okay. All right.
So
gotcha.
this is what he does.
Some context
He'll
around it.
Here's an example of him doing it.
Bring him out on stage.
This is a whole nother Tom Hanks, man. I haven't seen.
Make sure that scarves are always in the right place.
Yep.
And then, most important,
Looks like Steven Tyler.
do the sound check. Check.
Check.
Check one. Check. Syphilis.
That's where you got it from.
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly where I get it. So,
Check 1, 2.
Syphilis.
I wondered. Okay, I knew it was from something. I just couldn't recall.
Yeah, it's real dumb, but
pretty funny,
again,
though.
this is like little stuff. I was like trying to find iconic,
Yes.
like Wayne's World skits,
Yeah.
and this is one of the ones that comes up when you look at most lists.
Gotcha.
So,
Doesn't it take you back though, like Wayne's World?
dude,
Man,
the movie is
the
great.
movie was fantastic.
Like, so it's just fun.
Yeah,
is
it's
what
fun.
it is.
Yeah, good humor.
But speaking of fun, we're gonna have a lot of fun
Yes,
today.
I'm
Well, at
ready.
least I think I'm gonna have fun. You may not.
It's-
We're gonna find out.
Oh, I have no doubt.
So it's been a while since you've been on the show. I appreciate
Yeah.
you coming on again, and we're gonna keep doing this
Glad to
thing.
be
But
here.
last time we talked about some weird food combinations.
There was, and I've
We
been
talked about that girl that had this super thick country accent that talked about
Oh, it was so thick.
pickles and Dr. Pepper.
It was so.
And I can't even do it right.
Yeah, do we have the clip? Would
It
we
was.
be able to draw back?
What I'll do is I'll throw it in right here. I saw another video earlier, like yesterday, that was like a girl trying it.
Mhm.
They didn't know what she was talking about, so they gave her pickles on the side.
Oh,
she dumped
okay.
that whole little cup of pickles in.
Into the Dr. Pepper.
Seemed like it might have been too many.
Really?
Because she goes, the more you let it marinate, the worse it gets.
Oh, okay.
So I go, I wonder if,
Boom.
and
Got it.
it's wild though because
Yeah.
no joke, she got to be from Georgia. She gotta be
100%.
from
That
Georgia.
is Southern Belle, through and through. I do, and I've been anticipating this concoction ever since we talked about it a few months
So
ago.
this is it
We
right
ready?
here.
All right.
I just put some pickles in it.
All
We'll see
right.
how pickly it is, but check it out and tell me
All
what you think. We're gonna
So pickles and Dr. Pepper, huh?
pickles and Dr.
All right,
Pepper.
All right.
Dr. Pepper. The way she said pepper. Do you get any of the pickles at all?
I'm not. It's really Dr. Pepper heavy.
Forward?
Yeah,
Okay.
really forward on it. Let's see. Oh, the pickles come through when you do the lid lift.
The
Yeah.
lid.
Do the lid lift.
Let me
That
see.
I can
Oh,
appreciate.
maybe it's because when you're drinking out of the straw, you're drinking it from
You're
the bottom.
yeah, you're pulling in from the bottom.
Yeah, I like this
Catch
idea.
that top right there. So also being from the South, I appreciate a dill Dr. Pepper.
Huh.
I'm here for it, Joe.
I would not drink this.
I'm here for it.
I mean, I would drink like this because I paid for it, but I would not ever go out of my way to purchase this.
I probably would. I'd like to see a beer company
It's
make this.
too. It's sweet with the salty, but
Mm.
it's like I don't think the pickle brine works with it.
For me, it's just hitting today, and I want to tell you why.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
I want to
Go ahead and tell me why.
So for me, it's it's the nostalgia of the Dr. Pepper, right? But it's also just the excitement I get from drinking pickle juice.
Oh, okay.
So back in the day, like
The excitement that
the
you get-
excitement.
get
Yeah,
outta here.
I love pickle juice, and I have my whole life, man. You'd catch me in the fridge, in the kitchen, opening the fridge and cracking that pickle juice and just chugging it. Love it,
I mean, the kids are the same way. Like,
love it, and it's great for like
Yeah.
rehydrating your body after mowing the lawn.
it's good for like
or
cramps, isn't it?
great for cramps.
Yeah.
Yep. So I highly recommend it. I want to keep the tradition of the South alive.
Yeah. Well, another one that I have had that I love, and I used to get this all the time. I did it as a joke.
Okay.
And it turned out to be awesome.
All
So
right.
one of the best drinks that you can get at Sonic Drive-In is a cherry limeade.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Just
the
a
cherry
regular old
limeade,
cherry
absolutely.
limeade.
Yes.
I mean, you can't go wrong with it.
that's generally what I get when I go to Sonic.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here. I mean, it's just Sprite and cherry with
So good.
extra limes.
It's heavenly nectar.
It's great.
It is great.
But have you ever tried it with a squirt of chocolate syrup?
That's where you lost me.
You get sweetness and you get tart. It's great.
Okay.
Try it.
All right. Should I go from bottom up or top down?
Well, try it with the.
All right, I'm gonna go
shook
bottom
it.
up
It looks
first.
based on the way it looks.
Yeah,
they squirted it on top.
yeah, it looks a little sketch. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
go, and this is also the cherry limeade with a
Chocolate
shot of
syrup.
chocolate syrup. Okay.
Just like a pump or a squirt or whatever.
Whoa! Wow. That is stout, brother. Whoo!
I think it's all on the bottom.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Hold on.
Wow.
It tastes like it's all on the bottom. Hold on.
No.
Yeah. Drink,
Okay, let me
drink
get
on
a
top.
let me get a top.
It's way
down
better
here.
like that.
Okay, let me get a.
Way better. Like that. It looks like garbage though.
Okay. All right.
It's way better that way.
Still equally as shocking to
Oh,
my
yeah.
to my taste buds.
See, and
I'm
I think
putting that
that's
nicely.
that's what this was. It was shocking.
It was okay for you.
I think so.
I appreciate the
That's
pickle.
actually a good way to explain that.
Yeah, it's just like whoa.
Like, I thought I expected one thing and it didn't.
It did not hit.
exceeded those expectations.
Yeah, whoa.
Well,
All right.
so
What do you think? Are we
I
rating
say
these?
everybody should go. I should say it's either you recommend it or you don't.
Right. You're here for it or you're not.
Yeah.
Either way.
It's like, can you get behind that? It
Right.
goes, I can get behind that, or
you can't.
or I'm not about that life.
I don't think there's any gray area in between.
I would say I can get behind trying it.
Okay. You think everybody should at least try this?
100%.
Okay.
This not a regular in the rotation for me, but I can get behind the idea behind it.
Okay. Yeah.
I can see why people like it.
I equally can get behind it, but for all reasons. I mean, this is something I would actually go. This would be a go-to for me.
Oh, really?
You know, I think seasonally. Well, let me rephrase that.
Probably
Not-
during the summer.
probably the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want that when it's 15 degrees outside.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I can get behind that.
Sweet. Now, what about the
That is a hard no for me.
not about that life?
Not about the life of cherry limeade with a shot of chocolate syrup.
I think everybody should try it. Try it. And you're like, don't even try it. Don't waste your time.
waste your time with it.
All right.
Anyway, that's where I'm at.
We're
with
going to
it.
agree to disagree.
We will agree to disagree.
But
my
as
friend.
shocking as these were, we're going to
Shocking.
shock ourselves again.
Let's do it.
Because
What do we got here, Joe?
a beer from Vector Brewing Company out of Dallas.
Vector. Okay.
It's the Boing Boing.
Shaboing boing.
It's a
What is that?
Chicago
What-
dog style lager.
What?
So go ahead and pour this up
Shocking.
for us.
All right. Ready?
And I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
A
So double
Chicago dag.
Chicago. It's Chicago.
It's a Chicago
Do
dag.
you remember there was another SNL skit of who was it? Was it Sister Mary? Do you remember? No.
Dana Carvey did.
It was Dana Carvey. It was
the church lady.
The church lady. Was
But
she Chicago?
I'm thinking of the what is it?
I'm gonna get you right here first,
The
buddy.
Bears.
The Bears. Yep.
What is it? What are they called though?
What was? What was the one where let me get a cup of coffee and a hot dog? That's more of like a.
That sounds like so
that's more
New
of
York.
like New York. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it's
New
the
York.
Bill Swirsky's Superfans.
Oh, okay.
Where
Okay.
there's these guys that would go to a pub or like a bar,
Yes, sir.
big fat guys,
Okay.
and they would talk about the Bears and the Bulls. What was cool is that they would have hats.
Big rivalry. Yeah.
No, because they were all from Chicago.
Okay.
Bears and Bulls, so it's like they're just Chicago fans.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So what I thought was cool is they'd have
Makes
hats
sense.
that would be like Bears on this side, and then you flip it around,
Around.
and it would be like Bulls.
Yeah, I love it.
So like they'd show the Bears, and they'd be wearing like Bears or Bulls like jerseys or sweaters.
Gotcha.
And then when they would talk about the Bulls, everybody would get their hats and flip them around.
Flip it around. Love it.
But
You're
they all
always
had
ready
that
for it.
thick accent.
Yeah, Chicago.
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 They say they talk like this the
Yeah.
entire time. I'm starting to sound a little Italian.
Yeah, I feel
But-
like it requires a chin as well. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
A double
as
chin?
A double chin. It could
Yeah.
be. I'm just picking it up from the SNL skit.
So apparently there's 7 toppings on a Chicago
Hit
dog.
me with the toppings.
Yellow mustard,
All right.
white onion, bright green sweet relish,
Yes, sir.
dill pickle spear,
Okay.
tomato slices
Yep.
or wedges, pickled sport peppers like
Yeah,
a
those are here.
what is it? It's
like
like
a-
it's like a peppercini.
Peppercini, yeah. That's
Or
what
a
I was
banana
thinking.
pepper, something
Yep,
like that.
Yep, okay.
This has a dash of celery salt, and then it's on a poppy seed bun.
Bro, I am here
And
for
poppy
the
seed
dogs.
buns are great because they're sweet.
You've had the Chicago dog, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when they used to do specialty dogs at Sonic,
Yeah,
and I'd go up there and get Chicago dogs all the time.
Me too, all
They
the
were-
time.
They were fire.
Yes, and let me tell you, every
So what
one
does
of
it? What does it say on
every
the can?
one of those ingredients you just listed are in the can or in the beer.
Oh, is that what it says?
Yeah, every one of them. So tomato, white onion, green relish, sport pepper, poppy seed, mustard seed, celery salt, fresh dill, and smoked malt.
Smoked malts.
Come on.
Nice. Oh, to get a little
Wow.
bit of the char on the dog.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what they did. I
Yeah.
see what they did.
So,
All right, let's go for
let's
it.
check this one out.
Check it out. Good color.
Oh, dude, does not
And
smell
it's
like a hot
lager.
dog.
Oh, it does.
It smells
Man,
like
it's-
just. I mean, I don't get altered hoppings, but the dog itself.
Yeah, I get the dog, and I think that's what they're going for.
It's probably those smoked malts is what it's making me think of.
Let's do it. Whoa, does that not taste exactly like a Chicago dog? Like in your
Hold on.
mind?
There is so much going
There's a lot.
on.
So,
I don't know if I like it.
There's so much happening in this beer right now.
I don't know if I like it.
But that's the appeal behind this beer.
Hold on. It's shock factor. It's shocking.
It is shocking.
Oof. I'm wondering. I don't
getting
get
a lot of
hardly
the-
any tomato.
I'm getting a lot of the smoke.
So am I. I think
Just
it's
a lot of the
way
smoky.
too much smoke.
Yeah, a lot of the smoke.
It's not like ashtray smoke. It's
no,
not that
not
bad.
at all. Would you say charcoal grill smoke?
It's.
I don't know
the
what that
charcoal's
is.
still in my mouth.
Yeah, I know. I would agree. Yeah, I kind of like it. I mean, and so on the back end,
Oof.
let me tell you this: on the back end, you do get the lager. You get the lager flavor.
Oh, I don't know
After the
if
smoke
I like this
and
beer.
everything settles, after the smoke settles, you do get the lager flavor on the back end. Yeah.
Let's try it again.
Tell me about it.
The smell is phenomenal. Like they killed it on
Mm-hmm.
the hot dog smell.
I think the flavor's good too. Yeah, the smell is there.
Oh nope, I'm done. This is ooh.
No?
Whoop.
All right, let me give it a go.
Oh
Let me
my
give it
gosh,
another one.
almighty. Woo. Oh man, that is not good. That is not a good beer.
Man. So the smoke
I'm
reminds
not
me.
getting anything outside of burnt.
Yeah, the smoke reminds me a lot of like a Scotch, kind of a peaty, kind of a smoky
Oh, and
flavor.
I don't like a peaty.
That's probably
peaty
why.
Scotch.
It's probably why it's really shocking
I don't.
in not a good
oof.
way for you.
That is not a good beer.
Yeah,
Oof.
no?
I'm glad I
I-
only bought one.
I think this is a first on the podcast. I think Joe is shocked,
no,
shocked
cannot
and-
get behind
and
that.
very disappointed.
Cannot get behind
All right,
it.
so what do we got on
Average rating.
Untappd?
Let me
Is
see.
average rating is say 3, little higher than a 3.
Oh yeah, a 3.3.
All right,
No,
hot dog. Get
bro,
you a hot
I'm giving
dog.
this a 1.
I think that's a first.
They
I really
do
do.
not buy this beer.
You're saying don't even waste your time.
Don't even waste your money on the
Man, yeah.
the
Now it's
fun.
kind of like it's not pleasant going down either.
Do you need some Tums?
What, are you getting that?
I don't know.
Are
I
you
can't
getting
tell.
that? Not Tums, but like it's almost like kind of a burnt.
And it says it's
Anyway.
double barreled. So like, did
See,
they
I-
barrel age it? That's what I'm not That's what I'm not 100%
Yeah.
sure.
I'm calling false advertisement on that,
The-
but I don't know.
A nod to the infamous glizzy.
I don't know. You're not feeling it. I think it has a lot to do with okay, let's reread the ingredients. So there's
Gluten reduced and vegan friendly.
get out of here with that.
Yeah. Anyway,
White onion, green
do you
sport
get
peppers.
Do you get the white onion? Nope. Tomato? Nope.
No.
Sweetness?
Celery
I don't get a lot of
salt.
sweetness.
It's very salty and very smoke malty.
Smoke malty,
Yeah.
and I don't get any spice from the peppercini.
I'm getting a little bit of spice.
Do you?
Yeah. I think that's what
I
was
think the
hitting me
malt,
right here.
the smoked malt, is overpowering everything.
But look, we came in again, expectations today. We came in, mixing it up.
Yep.
We did a couple of concoctions, which one we were here for, the other we weren't. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at trying new things.
I'm not mad at trying new things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shout out to Vector. They use a
Yeah,
lot of
y'all
smoked
did
malt,
it.
actually.
Shaboing boing.
I've had a beer from them that was a
Oh, so you've had them before?
correct.
Okay.
Yeah. I've had a beer from them that was a smoked sour. It was so good.
Really?
So good.
I'm not a huge sour fan.
Yeah, and
I-
but they married it well, where it wasn't
I like
overly
your-
sour, wasn't overly smoky.
Yeah.
Like it married well. This, I feel like the other stuff just didn't marry well. And I don't know how old this is, 'cause I think I've had it in the fridge for a couple of months.
You think that?
So if I got it fresh, maybe the ingredients would have been like popping more in your face.
You think so?
But
Yeah.
I don't know if the
I don't know.
smoke just overpowers everything.
I can tell that you're not. This is like a first for me.
I'm
You're
not.
definitely not here
Yep,
for it.
I'm giving it a 1.
All right.
What are you-
I'm
what are
not
you-
going
what are you
any,
giving it?
I'm not going any higher than a 1.
But you said that
This-
you could semi
But
enjoy it.
but I'm going to tell you why. I
Okay.
would never seek and search this out, ever. I would never look for this can again.
yeah.
So it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall to a 1 on the
1.
Dudes and Brews podcast.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, fellas.
May you will redeem yourself.
Yeah, you got to.
You will.
They're gonna have to.
Because what we'll do here in a little, since this beer is awful, I got another one from
You got
them in
another
there
Vector?
that we'll split here in a minute.
All right, fair enough.
But let's get through a couple of these
Yeah, let's go.
things real quick.
Let's do it.
So speaking of dogs,
Yes.
Like,
Where's the prime
what's-
location to have a dog?
I mean, I like to have dogs at a ball game.
Yeah, I think they go hand in hand.
But I was going to ask you, how do
Yeah.
you like your hot dog cooked?
How do you? We were actually talking about this last night. At the Morgans. With some grill lines, charred, right?
Yeah, but how charred? That's the thing.
Well, there's a happy medium. There's a fine line of how charred, right? I mean, you talking exploding? Are you talking what? I like just the presence of a grill mark.
Okay.
You know, I do like a presence of a grill mark, maybe a little more, but yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for the grilled
So
dogs.
I'm going to show you this.
All
Let me
right.
pull this up real quick.
Yeah, look at that. No, they're on the wrong.
So which one?
They're not on the grill correctly.
Well, no. This is just for presentation purposes
okay.
for the photo.
All right,
But
I need lines, bro. You see what I'm saying? You
so
can never cook a dog.
You got to
this
have
way.
the grill marks.
You got to have the marks.
But here
perfectly.
they don't roll around.
That's true.
So-
It's ergonomical.
1 to 7 though. How do you like
okay.
your dog charred?
See, I'm right in the middle. I'm between a 4 and a 5.
See, I go a 7.
No,
And I can even
I'm
go
almost thinking 3.
And an 8, an 8 would probably be a little bit too much if they had one, but 7 or 6 look great.
It's too much for me,
A
dude.
3, it's that thing's just barely warm.
I know. Oh, I know. That's
What do
true.
What do you prefer to boil your dog?
But I do like a medium to a medium rare steak.
This is already pre-cooked, dude. You could eat these. You could eat these
True.
right out of
So
the
we're-
package.
Yeah, steaks off the table
So
right
it's
now.
really about
So,
getting
again,
the char flavor.
I'm a medium on
and
this.
warm.
I'm a 4 to 5. I get the char flavor, and it's just right.
See, this isn't
just
burnt.
right.
I don't think 7 or 6 are burnt, but a 6 actually looks the best. But it's not burnt. I don't think.
I think 4 to 5. I think 5 to me looks the best.
5.
Yeah.
You like it
Look,
busting
it's
out of the
splitting.
casing there.
Yeah, it's split. It's already splitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. See what
Busting
I'm
the
saying?
hairs.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a heavily debated topic, but I think
Is it?
no, it's not. I'm just being weird.
Right.
Yeah, but most of the time, like if I go to a place and the dog is being boiled, I won't even order it.
You'll leave.
I won't even order it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, I'm not getting a dog at this event. Not at all.
Do you know that I used to boil my dogs?
I mean,
Please don't
never.
judge me.
I would rather pan fry it than
Oh,
boil
okay.
it.
Yeah.
So like my dad
Makes sense.
would pan fry them all the time instead of throwing up the grill. Just
That's
'cause-
fair.
Just as a quick snack or something.
Yeah, give me a snack.
Have I ever told you about the awesome Nebraska dogs?
No, I've never heard of them.
Dude, I bought some to bring back because I just got back from visiting my brother,
Yeah.
and I bought some and left them in his fridge. It frustrates me.
Oh, man.
But they are red.
What?
And when I say red,
What have
they
I been
are-
missing out on?
they're these.
Whoa.
The official dog of Husker
dude.
Nation.
Come on.
The Fairbury, and they are, I mean, it looks like they've been injected with red dye. I mean, one of the ingredients is red 40 to make them red.
Man. Okay.
But this is
All
the,
right.
I mean, it's not about the redness.
Well,
I think they do that because Huskers are red and white.
that makes sense. Okay.
But
All right.
the dog itself,
Yeah. Talk to me.
such a good dog.
Is it a good dog?
Dude.
We were just talking about some hot dogs the other day.
Dude, it's
at
like
work.
last night when our boy David was
Come
talking
on.
about fishing with hot dogs.
Ah,
And
did
he's
that
like,
blow your mind?
bar ass hot dogs, cool.
Or Hebrew Nationals.
Hebrew Nationals are so good.
You're either gonna catch a Jewish fish or a
Gonna hit with them
redneck
Jewish
fish. But either way, you're going home with fish.
Yeah, something. Redneck or Jews.
Redneck or Jewish.
That's funny.
I'm going fishing with hot dogs next time.
No, I mean I've heard of that and bacon. I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
people catch catfish off bacon.
Yeah. Again, man, I'm kind of over the catfish right now. You know.
Oh, are you catfished out?
I'm catfished out. Give me, I want a bass or give me something more with a challenge. I guess
Yeah.
is what I'm saying.
I mean, I do
know.
prefer to catch bass. Like if I'm gonna catch
would
any
agree.
fish because I like to fight.
Yeah, I do too.
Wham!
Wham.
But Hebrew Nationals are really good hot dogs. If I go to the store like here in Texas,
Yeah.
and I want like a real good hot dog, I just want something cheap to throw on the grill for kids.
Yeah, is
If
that what
I'm
you're
like,
going with?
I'm like tonight we're making hot dogs.
Man.
I'm not getting those. I'm actually getting Nathan's Famous.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
the ones that do the hot dog eating contest every year.
Is that right?
And
That just
they
took place the
are
other day,
my
didn't
favorite.
it? Really?
Like they taste the best in my opinion.
Okay. All right.
If I'm getting just a hot dog, not a sausage, just like a hot dog.
Yeah. I wish I could remember what brand we were talking about last week. I'm just not a big like hot dog connoisseur. You know.
Okay.
If I find some beef dogs or something,
Yeah,
great.
that's what my dad only does.
Yeah.
All beef.
all beef.
Yeah, all beef Franks.
Then I'm here for it.
Ballpark Franks are pretty good.
That's usually what I
Like
go with.
they
on the
plump when you
ballpark.
cook them.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
That's what Jordan used to always say.
Really?
He was like a spokesperson.
Was he a spokesperson?
Like in
Okay.
the early 2000s.
That's right. I had forgotten about that.
They plump when you cook them, and you see them in the microwave, and you see them just plump up. And I go, who microwaves a dog? Get out of here!
I know. Come on, Jordan.
Get
Miss
out
me
of here,
with that.
microwaving your dad.
Come on. This ain't Chicago, bro. But yeah, no, the Nebraska. Going back to the Nebraska dogs, though, those look amazing.
Dude, they're red, but
they
they're
look
good.
like hot links, as red as they are, right?
Kind of, yeah.
I don't know, man. So you said you did have them while you were up there, though?
Oh, yeah. I
is
try to get them every year.
Yeah. What is
Oh,
the
it's
Tomboy?
these. This is it.
Stadium hot dog. Okay.
Because we went to a baseball game. Like they have a, not a minor league, but a semi-professional baseball team there in Lincoln. It's the Lincoln Salt Dogs.
Okay.
And this is the hot dog that they have there.
Gotcha.
So I just got a hot dog and a beer, and this is what I got.
What I mean, I wouldn't expect nothing less.
Yeah.
Hot dog and a beer.
That's what you need for a ball game.
Come on, man. I'm
Like
here
anything
for
else
it.
you need for a ball game?
When
No.
are we going?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
You know.
So
But-
did you play baseball as a kid?
Oh yeah, loved it. And we've had this conversation before. Like as far as like, do you prefer like little league or going to watch major league? And I loved little league. Like I loved playing. I played all the way up through high school. I absolutely loved it.
So I didn't play like organized. Meaning
Okay.
I didn't play. I played for 2 years and was like, yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I gotcha.
But we would play just like almost like pick up basketball, just like pick up baseball,
Okay.
or like pick up kickball or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of playing a game like that on a baseball diamond and playing with what is called a ghost runner?
Okay.
We had this rule
Mm-hmm.
where we didn't have enough players. We didn't have nine on
It
nine.
makes sense.
It never happens.
Where you went to school.
And I didn't even have enough people to like just hanging out with friends. Like, hey, let's play kickball, or let's play baseball.
Yeah.
Where-
you couldn't rally 9 people.
Where I
up.
couldn't get 8 people.
Makes sense. So we're not
So
talking the same.
it's like 3-on-3 or 2-on-2,
Gotcha. Yeah.
and we would do this thing called a ghost runner,
Yeah.
where let's say we're playing kickball and it's 3-on-3. I kick the ball, I make it to first. Johnny comes up, he kicks the
Yep.
ball. I go to second. He's on first. The next guy kicks it and gets out. Okay, so we have a runner on first or runner on second,
Yeah.
and it's my turn to come bat again.
So yeah.
And I go, cool. There's a ghost runner on second.
You
I go
come and
bat. If I
Yep.
get to first, my ghost runner makes it to third.
Yeah, we used to do that all the time.
Did you
Oh, yeah.
did you call it a ghost runner?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
When you
sure
just
that's
didn't
what we
have
called
enough
it.
kids. You
Yeah,
like
as a kid. I mean, you know,
ghost
as a little one.
Ghost runner on third.
Yeah.
Like you really can't get. You can get him out not sacrifices, on forces.
Yeah.
But that's about it because you can't see the ghost runner obviously.
Right. Right. Oh yeah, I'm sure we did the same thing growing up. I mean, you know, if you didn't have enough buddies for that night to go play or whatever,
Yeah.
you had to kind of create.
Because this
your
is a
own.
thing that I was thinking about one day, is like the weird stuff we used to do as kids. Like, do kids nowadays do that? Like, do my kids know about ghost runners?
It's worth having a conversation about.
Like,
you know?
do they know, like, oh, we can still play this game even if there's not enough people?
It's worth having the conversation.
Like, we
you
used to
know?
play games with just like 2 guys and have a blast.
Yeah, because you grew up in a smaller town, right? I mean, you
Yeah,
just
I mean,
couldn't-
they had baseball and stuff. Like, they had
Yeah.
organized sports, but I'm just saying, like, it's that pickup stuff where it's like the weekend or it's summertime and you're wanting to go hang out and, like,
Yeah.
you're playing with the people in your neighborhood, which is
Yep.
like 4 or 5 people.
That's what we used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the other things I was thinking about, what was your first car?
You know, it was a 1993 S10 Blazer.
Oh,
2-tone.
love it.
4-door, 2-wheel drive. That thing would move. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not spelling that.
That's
right.
it. That 2-tone right there?
Right-
Come
right
on.
here?
That's the one. Yeah. That was the one, 93.
This one right here, the
That's
2-tone.
The one. Yep.
Dang.
Look at that bad boy.
Hey, I liked a Blazer. I liked a Bronco.
Yeah.
I liked those trucks. I mean, I'm calling them trucks.
Yeah.
But,
Yep. That was the one, dude.
man, I love that thing. Did it have a tape deck?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it had the tape deck. Maybe so. It was my mom's, and she passed it down.
Oh, okay.
She may have upgraded to the CD
To a
deck,
CD player?
and it actually had a car phone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yes,
That's
it was
old school right
wild,
there,
dude.
dog.
Yeah, it had the car phone in it. It was super sweet,
Dude, that's wild. That, like,
yeah,
I guess you just pay for service in your car.
yeah. You basically, it was anytime you wanted to use it, you're paying like $7 a minute.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know,
I'm sure it was
something crazy.
outrageous.
But man, it was such a nice car. It was
Yeah.
such a nice. Well, I'll call it a truck too. Such a nice truck. know.
Maybe that was like one of the first SUVs.
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. You had the Blazer and the Bronco.
Yeah, the Bronco.
Those are the two that really stood out.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So it was
I liked
cool.
both of those.
The S10 obviously was the smaller body style. You know, I
Right.
think the K5 was the big one. But yeah.
Oh, I didn't
super
know
cool.
they had a bigger
Yep,
model.
Yeah. Look at the K5
Let me
Blazer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at that bad boy.
Oh,
That's a full
this
size.
is like a Suburban.
Yeah, same. That's kind of the same chassis as a Suburban.
Like,
Just
isn't
a
that what that
short-
looks like to
shorter
me?
wheelbase,
A shorter
yeah. Mm-hmm.
wheelbase? Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Man, you sound like you know what you're talking about.
Well, I try to, you know.
Chassis, wheelbase.
Yeah,
Like,
golly, sounds super smart on.
sound like you know cars. Like,
Man, I love cars, dude. Just a
so
super
I
big car
had
guy.
like I think it was a 94.
Yeah, what'd you have?
I had a Honda Civic.
Oh, super sweet.
I'm
Dude,
trying to
those
think
things
of
last
which
forever.
year it was because they
Yeah, was it the hatchback?
they
or
changed
not?
body styles in the 90s,
Okay.
in the mid 90s, where it was like went from like a bubble butt to like a more of a slim back.
Yeah.
Like the back fenders weren't
Yeah.
quite as bubbly.
It
might have
was
been a
probably that
93.
same year, because it looked like there was two different body styles in that same year.
Oh, did you see it over here?
Well,
It was white. Yeah, it was like this right here.
oh wow.
It was like this right
that
here.
The one?
Yeah,
Yep.
basically.
Yep.
Like this is it right here with the I remember the black.
Yeah. The
Running
trim,
board.
Yeah.
This had a tape deck.
And they were both 93s.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that till just now, but yeah.
So
So
that one
this
had a tape deck?
this had a tape deck.
Okay.
And I remember did you ever put in, because in the tape deck, I put in the tape deck and it would come out with an aux cord, so you plug in like at the time I'd plug in my iPod.
Yeah, I
and
do
then throw the
remember
iPod
those.
over it.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, but the one question I have, did you ever put the tape in, instead of plugging up an iPod or something, you plug up a portable CD player and throw your CDs in it?
Yeah, like the Walkman. The
Yeah.
old, yeah, I sure did. Yeah, I had the old Walkman.
So you go, hey, your co-pilot, hold this and make sure it doesn't skip.
yeah, remember that?
Make sure it don't skip.
Oh, man.
Anti-skip my ass.
Yeah, really. I know. Oh, dude, that takes me back. I mean, think about just the limit of technology back then.
Dude.
The limitations behind it all.
For real, though.
It was moving fairly slow.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean, I'm right there with
technology.
you. I agree. I didn't think it was, at the time, I thought it was great.
Yeah, I know.
Like, because I remember we had these things. Do you remember FM transmitters?
Not per se.
So
that
basically,
term,
what it
no.
is, it's a little device you plug into like the cigarette lighter.
Okay.
Which they don't even have those in cars anymore. The cigarette lighter
Oh, I
outlet.
know. Yeah, I
or at least they
remember.
may have the outlet, but they
Well,
don't have the
yeah,
actual
they don't
cigarette
have the
lighter.
yeah, the lighter is gone. That's
Yeah.
a thing of the past. Yep.
Yeah, I just realized that.
gone.
Like those are
Yep.
gone in ashtrays.
Yep.
You just don't have those in cars anymore, and they were standard.
They were standard. Yep, in vehicles.
But anyway, you'd plug it in there, and it would plug in like you'd plug in your iPod to it, basically, and you'd
Okay.
tune it. You'd tune that to a radio station that was not in service.
Oh.
And you tune your car radio to the same radio station, and it would play over the radio frequencies.
Is that right?
So you just pick it up. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. It worked well in rural areas.
Makes sense.
If you're
yeah.
in the city, it was like you would halfway get
In and
stations, so it didn't always work.
Yeah.
When you're in the country and like you're like, this station will not come in for 35 miles, that's the station I'm using.
Yeah.
Like nothing but static, that's perfect.
Yeah. I didn't even realize that was a thing, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty
FM
cool.
transmitter.
Okay.
But speaking of this, it makes me think Wayne's World did this too.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it,
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
he put the CD player on the top of his dash.
Yeah. That's a brave move, dude. And look, that's a 93 Blazer behind him in the rear view. Right?
See, when I
That's a
see it
brave
like
move.
this, I think like all these square bodies, because
I know.
I think they all had the same chassis. Because like
I'm pretty sure they
growing
did.
up, my dad drove a 94 Silverado 1500.
Yeah.
That's what this looks like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like they all look the same.
They all look the same. Square bodies, bud.
Yeah, you got to look at the rear end.
Yeah.
That's what my dad does with a lot of cars, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
He'll look at the rear end and be able to tell what
Okay.
year it is.
Really?
Like, oh, 67 versus 68. Oh, they did this with the taillights.
Okay. Yeah.
The hell out.
The
Never know
one
that
thing.
stuff. Like, really, Pops?
Yeah, for real.
Like,
Yeah. That's wild.
yeah.
So Wayne's World, yeah, they broke ground, man. They were
In 92.
they were changing the game in
Throwing it
'92.
up there.
Yep.
One other thing I was thinking of, because a few months ago, for my daughter's birthday.
Yeah.
She wanted to go record shopping. So we went record hunting.
Yes. Where did y'all end up going?
We went to some place in Plano that was pretty sweet. It was huge.
Yeah, it was like CD Warehouse or something.
I mean, that's what it reminded me of,
Yeah,
but
do you
I don't
remember those?
think they have those anymore.
Yeah, they may be out of business
Yeah.
now. I don't know.
Like a Sam Goodies or something. I don't remember what this was, but
Okay.
massive place, records galore, new, used, collectibles.
You name it.
Like they sold tapes,
Yeah.
CDs, anything music related, basically.
Wow.
One of the coolest things though that they had is they said as long as the record was not in cellophane, like it wasn't closed in cellophane, you could take the record out and go, and there was a section of record players where you could set them down and listen to them with the headphones.
Okay.
So I go, did you ever do anything like that as a kid?
Not necessarily with the records. I mean, I've got some old 45s from my great grandmother, but yeah, we used to go up to CD Warehouse or Sam Goodies or Best Buy all the time and just sit and listen and just we'd spend hours up there.
So how would you listen to them?
Well, there were options, I think, within like was it Best Buy or Walmart where you could actually play sample music.
Oh, where you you scan it,
Yeah, you
and it
could
just
scan
plays
it,
like 10 or 12 seconds of the song.
Exactly.
Yeah, I do
we'd
remember that.
And just just flipping through like the album covers and just
Bro,
oh man.
that was me. Like
Yeah.
when I was a kid, we'd go grocery shopping at Walmart. It was like,
You'd spend
hey,
all
Mom,
your time.
you go grocery shopping,
Yep.
just holler, just come by and get me on your way to the checkout.
Yep, I'll be in the
I'll
music
be
section.
in the electronics,
Yep.
either playing a video game like this, neck breaking
Yeah.
on that Cube TV,
Yes.
playing like some N64 game,
Yep.
or sampling as many CDs as I could.
Yep, I did the same thing.
Because I know they didn't have them all,
yeah.
but they had a lot of them.
they have a good
And
selection.
I'd be able to listen all for a good hour and a half for
Dude,
sure.
that I have the fondest memories of doing that myself.
Yeah. Well, do you remember the first CD that you ever paid your own cold hard cash for?
I don't, Joe. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't even tell you.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you not listen to a lot of CDs as a kid?
I mean, I did, but I couldn't tell you what. I had. You remember? I had the book
Yeah.
of CDs of just. That was. We'd literally spend a Friday night. We'd go to Blockbuster, go to the the music the CD store and get a pizza.
Yeah.
So I'd spend lots of time, but yeah, I couldn't even tell you what the first CD that I bought was. I mean, I'm trying to remember what albums I had or
Yeah.
what CDs I had. What about you? Do you remember?
Yeah. Like the first
Yeah.
album I spent my own money on was Static X Machine.
Okay.
So
right.
been a metalhead from the beginning.
Yeah, you have from day one.
It's still one of my favorite albums by them. It's just an iconic album in my opinion. It has one of their most popular songs, "Cold."
Okay.
It's so cold.
Yeah.
Cold, yeah, it's just cold.
Okay.
But this is the first album I bought with my own money.
That's
But-
awesome.
But because I worked at Best Buy, I bought CDs all the time.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
All the
they were
time.
literally at your fingertips
Yeah.
all the time.
Like I'd be at the front and I'd go, "Oh, new release. Oh, I like this band. Have you heard anything? Nope. But I like the band. I'll just buy it and
Yeah.
see how it goes."
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah,
Like I did that with 311, with Jack Johnson. I did that with a lot of people actually.
Man, you had the exclusive.
Yeah, I just go
Yeah.
up there to I mean, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
You did.
Because I
Yeah.
knew when they came out. I knew what was coming out. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've seen them in the back for 2 weeks. and-
Oh, for real.
Yeah, because you get the shipment in and you just you can't release it until this day.
Yeah.
And just wait to put it on the shelf. But
Oh,
yeah.
man. That's super cool, dude.
So let's crack open this other beer real quick.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Let me
Yeah, dude. Speaking of 311, man, loved that band growing up, man. Super, super cool.
All right, so this one I pulled out. It's the Bullpen.
The Bullpen, Joe. Tell me about it.
Is it listed as a light lager or just a regular lager? What does it
Classic.
say? Classic American lager,
Yep.
4.5%.
Mm-hmm.
Keep cold, enjoy.
Yes, sir.
Keep cold, enjoy cold.
That's what I'm seeing.
Weird way to say that. But gotta get some of the refreshing lagerness.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what we get out of this one.
Yep. They've got to redeem themselves here, Joe.
This is a great name, in my opinion, for a lager.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because, like I said,
So an American
what's better
lager.
than having a beer at a ball game?
Oh, man, I can't think of anything really. Anything better?
Beer in a
You know,
ball game is what
classic.
you need.
Beer in a ball game. All right. Yes, sir.
It looks pretty.
It's a good color.
I mean, I gotta be honest. It's not as pretty as this one though. This one's all golden.
True. All right. It's a good lager.
That's a good American lager.
That's a good American lager. Damn good American
I
lager.
don't know what to say.
Yep.
Outside of that's a damn good American lager.
Well, did they redeem themselves?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
They tried something fun,
Yeah.
and they came back with the bullpen, and they did a damn good job, in my opinion.
I like it.
Like,
Ooh, look at that. Average 4.8. That's.
let me find the
let's
one
see.
from these guys real
Oh,
quick.
okay.
Apparently, a lot of guys have called their beer bullpen, but it's a simple label. But
I like it.
that's all you need.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Make
dude.
it look like a baseball, and you're
Keep
good to
it
go.
simple.
What's the acronym?
What's that? Keep it
Oh,
simple,
here it is,
stupid.
right here. Yeah,
Kiss?
Kiss. That's right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, this one's a 3.75 average.
All right.
Better. I mean, I'd give this a 4.
You going? Yeah, I'd give it a 4.
I give it a 4. I mean, it's a good beer. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Good beer.
I'm cool with that.
So,
Let's do it.
do me a favor, guys. Go out and check.
Yeah,
Vector
check them out at least.
They like to
They keep it
push
fun.
the envelope, as I'll say.
And with a classic American lager, the spirit of America, we need to push the envelope.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
Push the envelope.
change
a little
things,
bit.
shake things up a little bit.
Shake things up a little
Come
bit.
on.
The way you say it makes it sound so silly.
Shake things up.
I don't know why. I find it funny the way way that you say it. So, being that it's summertime, how are you out there on the water? Are you out there fishing at
Well-
your pond a lot, or is it
Yeah.
just a little too hot right now?
It's a little hot, a little warm. But any chance I get to go, man, I'm there. You know, we
Okay.
just got back from Galveston, did a little bay fishing tour down there. Super
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Yeah. I
Heard about that. How'd that go?
It was cool. Kind of upset that I didn't walk away with a red. You know, I wanted
red what?
a red fish. Yeah, I
I
wanted
don't-
a red fish. You'll
Like
have to
a-
look
like,
it up.
Like a red snapper.
Yeah, I think it's just called literally redfish. Check it out.
Oh, if I can type redfish, bluefish. Isn't that a Dr. Seuss something?
I'm pretty sure that's Dr. Seuss. There it is.
Oh, a red drum.
Is it?
is
Oh,
it-
red drum.
Is that what you're looking
I'm
for?
assuming. Yeah, I think
Atlantic
I think so.
Ocean.
Atlantic.
Oh, it says here it goes.
Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, and in the Gulf of Mexico
There
from
you go.
Florida.
Yep. So red drum.
northern
That
Mexico.
is it.
A red drum. Never heard of it.
Yeah, somebody actually reeled one in. Somebody got one while we were down there, but we reeled in mostly. Mostly catfish. Didn't even know those were in the saltwater.
Yeah, there's saltwater and freshwater cat, from
Yeah.
what I understand.
Yeah.
These look freaking huge.
Yeah, dude, look at that.
Get out of here with the size
They're
of these
massive,
things.
bro.
I don't even know if they'd be any good to eat.
I don't know. Never had it that I can recall. But dude, you're running like I don't know what pound line. You know,
I mean,
it's heavy.
what were y'all running out there on them
Man.
catfish?
Big, like heavy line, heavy pole, heavy weight. Everything was big. Everything
Yeah.
was massive out there. Just, I mean, this thing was rigged up to potentially, if you got on like a shark or something, you could reel in a shark.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean? Yeah, these poles were.
Was that the
I want to say they
idea?
were like 80 pound, 100 pound test.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Was that the idea?
It was
Or
the
what,
idea.
What was the? Because y'all went on a guided tour. didn't
Yeah,
you?
it was a guided tour. So you're fishing with chum, you know, and
Okay.
with squid. So,
Oh, so like
anything
no joke.
No joke.
Like
You-
a shark
you're
would
trying to
say
get-
yum yum to that.
Yum yum. You're trying to get on some shark. Yeah, some red drum. Like I said, all we got on was cats. What do you? I can't remember the terminology for what they were calling them, but yeah, I did
So
for a
you
while.
just got unlucky that day with other stuff.
We
or-
caught a bunch of catfish, but yeah, with other things.
That's
not
why
so,
you
not
said
so,
that you were catfished.
I'm catfished out, dude.
Because you
Like,
ate catfish for 2 days straight, and
Yeah.
you're like, I'm done with
I'm
the
done with
catfish.
it. Yeah, but hey, you know, summertime. I mean, any chance I get to be in or on the water, dude, I love summer.
Yeah.
I love it. How about you?
I mean, I never got on the water as a kid. I was
Oh, really?
fishing like twice out on a boat. The rest of the time, it was all pond fishing. That's all I ever did.
That's where we do most of our,
So, like-
most of my fishing.
Yeah, like I remember going out once with my uncle on his pontoon boat.
Mhm.
And then I went out with some buddies on a little, I guess you'd call it a little.
Like a little pond prowler.
No, it was like a little bass boat.
Oh, okay.
We just did the shores of Lake Texoma.
Yeah,
We hit a couple of spots,
yeah.
and that's about it. And then everything else I've done has been on the shore, outside of like me doing stuff on a kayak.
Yeah, that
but
makes
those were
sense.
all on ponds though.
Makes sense.
Anytime I fished at a lake, it was all shore stuff.
Mm.
And a lot of times we'd go out to Lake Lavon,
Yeah.
me and my brother-in-law or even my brother, and we'd go at 2 different spots. We'd fish on what we called the rocks,
Mm-hmm.
which is basically under an overpass where
Yeah.
there's like nothing but rocks. And you just
It's all rock.
stand on the rocks and fish out. And then there was another spot, I don't remember where it was, but we would go night fishing.
Oh wow.
Get out there about when the sun goes down.
Okay.
So about like 9 o'clock, 9:30, and just throw out with glow in the dark bobbers or bobbers that have like a little light on them.
Oh, that's
so you
super
can see
cool.
your bobber go up and down. I caught more of a buzz than I did fish out there, but you
Yeah.
know we had
As
a
you
good old
should.
time.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. I did mostly the same. Just I stuck to like the bank, shore fishing.
Yeah.
Very rarely do we am I on a boat to fish. Right. I think it's more
we
like
didn't,
a
we didn't
lead.
have the money for a boat.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come
I
on
mean,
now.
If I knew somebody with a boat, great. But yeah,
Heck yeah.
it was all bank fishing.
Well, it's funny. Like my sister, when she was young, she grew up on the lake because one of her friends had a boat,
Super
and they'd go out
sweet.
there and go tubing and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
kind of what we did.
By the time
you
I
know.
got old enough, nobody had boats. Like
I know, man.
nobody had boats. It'd be more like stuff you do inland, like 4-wheelers and
Yeah,
dirt bikes and stuff, and
definitely.
like horses or like just stuff to mess around. Like
Yeah.
boats, nah.
Nah.
Ain't nobody want to take care of a boat.
No, it's so much work.
That's what it is. It's a lot
work.
of work.
And you know you hear their money pits as well.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Well, because it requires so much maintenance, seasonal. So if you've got a boat, you've got to keep it in storage. You got to winterize it. You got to get it back. I mean, it's all the engine components that you would imagine when it sits a long time. Like the worst thing for any engine is to sit, and
yeah.
boats tend to sit in the wintertime.
Oh yeah.
So that you got to drain everything. Anyway, I don't know what all goes into it, but they do like money galore and maintenance. I would just imagine.
So you're talking about winter time, and yes, you're right. Boats don't. I mean, they just sit.
Yeah, not
You're
too-
absolutely right.
Yeah.
But speaking of winter and fishing, one thing I've always wanted to do is go ice fishing.
Me
We're not
too.
going to do it
Me
anywhere
too.
near us because it doesn't get
Doesn't
cold
get
enough.
here.
But I would love to take a trip in like February when it's like the
Yeah.
coldest.
Yeah, I've always wanted
Go
to do
to
that.
like Minnesota.
Yeah,
or
that's what I was thinking,
Montana
like
or
Lake
something.
Michigan or
Yeah.
where you can actually drill a hole.
Get a little cabin for the day
Oh,
on the
man.
water,
Yep.
fish, just burn your ass, like just getting
Yeah.
cold as hell.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it would take a lot for me to be that cold for that long because I can't stand the cold weather.
Well, I've understood that you have, and this doesn't make
like-
any sense to me.
yeah.
So
You
try
can-
to explain this to me, okay?
Uh-huh.
This is the bro science portion of the show here. So
Let's hear it.
You got to help me out. You're on a frozen lake with a small little shack cabin. That I understand they have heat inside of those things.
Has to.
How do they have heat inside of them and don't fall through the lake? Explain that.
And explain the source of heat? Generally, it's a fire.
Oh, is it really?
But you're talking ice.
Oh, yes, it is a fire because there's not electricity out there.
Right. That's what
So
I'm saying.
it is
You're
a
not
fire,
getting
even if it's
electricity.
like a little furnace. It's
Right.
it's an open flame.
It's an
furnace.
open flame. But generally, it's ice thick enough you could drive a car on.
But does that still mean that it won't melt?
I don't know.
Like,
don't
am I
know the
not like
neuroscience
I'm like
behind
getting
it.
so confused by it? You
Yeah,
can
we
stay
really
warm
need-
with these heaters. Like they even sell heaters specifically for. They sell
ice fishing.
propane heaters for it.
Yeah. We need more insight from somebody that's got a little more experience with ice fishing, I feel like. Because I couldn't even pretend to tell you how it works. Drill a hole and try to keep from freezing to death.
That's what I'm thinking. Like try to not
Look at
freeze
this.
to death.
Look at this dude.
How to not fall through. Oh, people die from this all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's a dangerous thing to do anyway.
Yeah.
And this is only going to tell me how people fell, not how to
Okay.
not fall.
Yeah.
Not how like it works. Maybe you're right that it's so thick
Yeah.
that it melts a little bit on top, but it's so
But
thick
it
it's
freezes
not gonna.
immediately.
Yeah, and then as soon as you move that thing, boom, it's frozen again. You're
Yeah.
back to square one.
I feel like it's that cold. I really
Yeah.
do. Like any melting that happens, it just refreezes pretty much immediately. You know,
Yeah.
I would think.
That's wild.
Isn't that
I guess I've
crazy?
never experienced.
To me,
that
that's
much
the
cold
bro
for that long.
science. That's the bro science behind it.
Yeah, it just refreezes itself. Duh.
duh. A little bit of melting, refreeze.
Yeah, a
That's
little bit
gotta
of
be-
melting and refreeze.
Dude, it makes sense, man. I'm buying into that one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I was going to show you this,
Yeah,
a
dude.
way to get better at your fishing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I'm
you went
always-
deep sea fishing. Maybe this is why y'all didn't catch the fish that you wanted to catch because you did not do the right workout and prepare.
I'm always open for
So check this out.
improvement. Yeah.
Oh, I ain't going to be able to play the
Oh.
music on this, but here you go.
I am here for that. I didn't prepare. Look at these guys. It looks like these guys are just training for the Olympics right now. Look at this guy.
Think about those sit-ups in general, those incline sit-ups.
Yeah, and yep.
Those,
Look at this
those
guy.
decline sit-ups.
Oh, he is out there. He is doing it.
Walking with the
Walk-
rod and tackle box for 10 minutes. Look, he's got a 10-pound weight on his side, so you'll work that shoulder a little bit.
Yes, sir. Oh man. But yeah, that's probably what happened. Now, like I said,
This one right here of this dude that is on a rowing machine,
that's
throwing
perfect.
it back like he's literally rowing with one hand.
Yeah, I know. That's it. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I prepped. When I'm like you, Joe. When I'm doing something, I'm all in.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm prepping ahead of time.
It's all or nothing.
It's all or nothing, dude. I definitely prepped. I just, I could have used a little more variety.
Yeah.
To go a little further out would have been nice.
No.
That was the issue. We were just essentially in the bay. We were bay fishing.
Oh, I got you.
So you're and the hurricane. There was a tropical storm that just rolled through, and then a hurricane shortly after. So the conditions,
y'all did miss a lot of that like terrible weather.
We did. So I would say it wasn't in the lack of training or preparation. I would say it was more of in the Mother Nature. Tropical storm, hurricane issues, active God events, right?
Oh, okay, I got you.
Does that make sense?
It sure does.
I'm sticking with it,
It
Joe.
sure does.
I do.
totally
I'm
get
here
it.
to train.
You're here to train.
And now I do, like I said, going back to what I said originally, I'm always open for area of improvement, especially when it comes to fishing. But I feel like the cards were in the weather and the conditions.
You just wasn't.
Just
it
wasn't in the
your
cards.
week.
It wasn't our week,
Yeah.
dude.
Hey,
Because
man, I get it.
I even asked guys. I was like, I saw guys coming off the boat before us, and I was like, "Hey, how was the fishing?" They're like, "Ooh,
Good luck.
good luck, good luck."
That's
That's
funny.
not a good sign.
So, another thing for the summer outdoor activity. How much? So I know we've talked about you playing golf and trying it out, but what is your opinion on putt golf or mini golf?
Love it. I'm here for it. Look, I mean,
How good are you at it?
Yeah, well, I mean, average. Yeah, not very good. Okay, not very. Maybe less than average.
I'm average, bad,
Yeah.
average, bad.
Average, subpar. I really enjoyed it though, dude. Had a great time doing it. Grew up a couple of blocks over from putt golf, so was up there a lot. That probably might have been, due to lack of effort, lack of trying.
Okay.
Just have more of a gameplay.
Yeah.
Loved when I played my first 18 holes though.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that was so much fun.
Really?
I loved shanking that ball. Swack. That was so much fun.
Like just watching it fly.
Just watching it fly. You're out there with with your buddies.
Yeah.
Dude, it's hot. You're throwing them back. just having a great time.
So there's one thing that I have a problem with during the summer, and it
All right.
is outside of baseball, there's really a lack of sports.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of sports to watch.
Like football's done,
Yep.
basketball's done, hockey's done.
Yeah.
You got baseball, but there's so many games. Do you kind of get tired of it, get burnt out
Yeah.
on it?
Yeah.
I kind of do a little bit.
I think it loses its sheen.
It
its kind of
does.
appeal.
It does.
There's too many games.
This year's great because there's the Olympics that's about to start, which is really
Oh,
cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
Where are they being held this year?
France. Paris.
Okay. All right.
It's in Paris.
Gotcha. All
I
right.
saw a thing. What was it? One of the events is supposed to happen right in front of the Eiffel Tower, and it just looked like a really cool view.
Cool setup. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget. Maybe it was sand beach volleyball.
Okay.
I think is what it was.
You got to appreciate that.
But one thing that I did see that I think personally that they should bring back and televise.
What's
We're
that?
talking about the putt championships.
Come on. Are we really going competitive putt?
Yeah,
I just don't know. Let's see.
look at this.
I'm talking with Billy Curry, one of the all-time great putt-putt players, an outstanding player on the TV series. Here's a shot coming right, breaking it
Wow.
right down there.
It was actually an
Then he
impressive
drove
shot.
very high,
I know.
really high.
I'm watching this and I go, really?
Chris finds himself
Wow.
as the spoiler.
This is old school putt
Flipping
courses
things over.
too.
Interesting
is.
how he gets that putter down in there so low.
These are the ones we played at putt
A
golf.
lot of fellas use
Boom.
it.
Look at that. Look at that bank shot.
This has
Get
to
back
come
door,
if
back
it's
door.
gonna go at all.
He's
Oh.
in there.
He's got
He's
it.
in there. Look at this guy. Look at those glasses, bro.
Like, it's
Look at those
pretty
rim
intense.
glasses. This has got to be the 80s. Was this was actually an Olympic?
I mean, I don't know that it was an Olympic sport. It looks like it was televised. I mean, they got commentators and everything.
You know, when you think
Wow.
back, David, over a period of time,
Okay, I'll
the
be honest.
outstanding players on
You
the
know,
TV
historically, I
series,
don't watch a whole
Jeff
lot of
certainly
Olympics, but
has
I
to
would watch
fall in
this.
there.
I mean,
really
right
does,
now,
Dave.
if I'm looking for a sport, this is what I'm watching.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. I would
There's
watch
nothing
this. Yeah. Well,
I mean, I wouldn't watch it a lot, but I'd watch a little bit of it.
I think this would be a great excuse for us to hang out, watch some sports. You know, it looks pretty competitive. I'm not gonna lie. You get a guy out there with the rim glasses like that and that cardigan,
Right.
dude. It's getting wild.
That's all you need right there, man. There's these guys, and I have to see if I can find them here in a minute, that come across my feed on Instagram.
Yeah.
If I'm just scrolling, and it's like a group of like, I want to say there's like 8 of them.
Okay.
These 8 like kids. They're like teenagers, maybe young adults, and they do that. They do 4-on-4. So 4
super cool.
are playing together.
Yeah.
And they do where a guy will go in and will do a voiceover and commentate on it.
Really?
And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, so and so is trying to win his 5th major.
That's cool.
Oh, and he barely misses it."
That's
Like,
awesome. And they make a whole thing of it.
Yeah, they make a whole thing of it, and
Interesting.
each hole is like one video.
Okay.
So it's easy to a digest. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh well, now I want to know who ends up winning these 18
That
holes.
makes sense.
And
That's
I
how
get
they do
lost
it.
watching all 18.
It's the
Like,
viral clips, right?
Yeah.
It's the small.
I get
short.
lost watching them all, and it's funny because like, there's a couple of girls that play,
With
and
them?
they have like no. Like, they don't care.
No,
They just play.
they're just
Sometimes
there to have fun.
They'll play well, but they don't get, like, real excited. You'll see some of these guys do the fist pump and, like, get excited whenever they make a good shot. And
Yeah.
it was
As
funny.
they
There's
should.
one I saw the other day where she makes it. I want to say her name was Bella or something.
All right.
Makes it, and, like, the guy was doing commentary, was like... Oh, and Bella looked so excited, and she had like no expression on her face. Like,
Yeah.
pick
you,
up the
you
ball
gotta have
and
fun
went about her
with
business.
It.
Like,
Yeah, gotta have fun. Make it fun.
yeah, I'll have
You know?
to see if I can find it.
Yeah,
it's,
find it
It's
and
it's
throw it up.
funny stuff. Like,
Throw it up on the podcast.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
It's fun.
Definitely.
It's always fun. But last thing here,
Yeah, what you got, dude?
going back to baseball here.
Mm.
Sometimes you have good umps and sometimes you have bad umps.
Man,
You've dealt with some pretty bad blues.
Yeah. I think a blue could make or break a game.
Okay.
I really do. I think they're that.
Do you like a more aggressive or a more like laid back?
Man, you know, I like an aggressive ump. Yeah, I do. I like somebody that's there and is passionate.
Yeah.
You know, and who's to say who call them fair calls or
Right.
or whatever? But I like to see some emotion,
Sure.
some passion.
Oh,
behind
okay.
it.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I like somebody that is consistent.
Consistent.
Meaning, if
Wow.
your strike zone is the way it is in the
Yeah.
first inning, make it the same way in the 5th inning.
I agree.
Don't
That's probably
go.
the best
We're
thing
getting
I've
down
heard.
to the game's
Yeah, and
almost
you're
over. Now strike
rushing.
zone's getting small
Yeah.
because I'm trying to get them out of here.
That's a good point.
Like,
Yeah, that's a
strike
really good
zone
point.
gets smaller as the game goes on because I want to get them out of here.
Yeah.
No,
He's ready.
you got to be consistent.
He's ready for a bullpen beer from Vet. You know,
It
he's
definitely
ready.
seems that way
He's
whenever
ready for a beer
they're
when he's rushing.
They're doing that.
Yeah.
because I've seen it. But here's one in the majors where the ump made a really weird call that I wanted to get your reaction
Okay,
on.
let's see. All right.
Explain to me what happened here. This is the guy dubbing over.
Strike 1, low.
Whoa.
Batter doesn't like it. Strike
Oh.
2, kind of the same spot.
little-
Batter doesn't like it
it's a
again.
little below his knees.
Fucking stop. You don't want to know? And then you got bench coach coming down the line. Hey, break it up. Break it up.
Yeah.
Umpire hears that. Fuck out. Who? Whoever said that's low.
I
Pick
love
'em. Want me then? I didn't tell you. You don't know who you tossed, Ben? Ben,
Yeah,
who
I
did
love
you
the voiceovers.
toss? Any position player. Any position, whatever, whoever you fucking want. He doesn't
Yep.
know. You gotta send somebody. I know, but he doesn't know. He's just tossing anybody. Who'd you get?
Wow.
Whoever it fucking was. That's what we're doing. But if I were to pick somebody,
This is
it
great.
would probably be your bench coach. I was the one that kept talking. It should be him. You gotta go.
You gotta go.
But it's not him. Pick somebody in the dugout. That
Throw
is
him
the
out.
first time I've ever. I mean, all he's doing is clapping. Strike.
I love.
So the ump just goes, "Get him out." Who? I don't care who the hell it was. Get him the hell out of here. Who? I have no idea.
He has
But
no
I don't
clue.
want him in there.
Tell me who. This conversation was entirely too long.
He goes, why don't you bring the other guy in? Hey, so who is he throwing out? You have to ask him. He doesn't know. Well, you got to throw somebody. Well, I know that, but who?
I was lost. I don't know what happened. It was so funny, though.
Like, what happened here is the ump's ego got the best of him, where he goes, I don't want to hear anything. Leave. Who? Whoever was yelling.
Yeah.
Well, there were multiple guys yelling. Then I would have been like, well, then both of them go.
Yeah.
If I really wanted
sense.
to, like, let my ego get the best of me, but
I was just watching The Blind Side the other day, and he did the
yeah.
same thing. It's like, flag on the play. What was it? What's the foul? I don't know yet, right? Is it the
when is that?
Oh, it's during when he ends up taking that the linebacker over the fence.
Oh, yes.
He's like, excessive blocking? I don't know, right?
I remember that.
It's too much.
Excessive blocking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah,
Thanks. Your
right.
ego's getting in the way.
That's exactly what
yeah.
it is.
Definitely passion there.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened, but there's passion.
Put him in check.
Yeah.
But, man, thank you
Dude,
for coming out.
anytime,
And
brother.
check out the Dr. Pepper with
Check it out.
pickles.
Yep.
I guess don't check out the chocolate
you can try
cherry
it, but you
limeade.
might take your boy's advice.
Definitely
Don't waste your time.
Definitely check out the Shaboing Boing. Don't expect to like it.
Yep.
But check it out.
The Bullpen, solid lager.
Drink that beer at a ball game.
Yep, take it with you.
In front of the ball game.
Throw it in the cargo short pocket. You're good to go.
There you go.
All right,
Process
dude.
improvement.
It's
Sneak a
process
beer in your
improvement.
cargo shorts.
Always, dude.
Sneak a beer in your cargo shorts. But make sure to follow us online at
Check us
_
out.
Dudes and Brews. We're out of here.
Peace.
We appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of Dudes and Brews. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever platform you're on. We're on there. We have a YouTube channel, Dudes and Brews. We would love if you would subscribe there as well. If you are subscribed and you want to help us out just a little more, unsubscribe and resubscribe again. It sounds funny and stupid and kind of obnoxious, all of the subscribing and resubscribing and stuff, but it helps within these little algorithms games for like climbing the charts, because again, we are organic and we are where we are because of you guys.
Yeah, we really do appreciate your support. Shout us out. We really do love it when you guys interact with us, when you add us, mention us, put us on your stories, tag us, all that fun stuff, all the stuff the kids are doing. We like grabbing that stuff and we put it up for you guys. So we appreciate you so much. Keep having fun, drinking them brews, hanging with them dudes. Tune in next week for another episode of Dudes and Brews.